economics video class. I hope you are all good and safe. Last class we have learned the problems from the exercise 2.1 based on partial fraction. Last class we have learned how to rewrite a single fraction as sum or difference of two or more fractions. Today we are going to learn a new unit, new topic, trigonometry. Let us recall some basics from the trigonometry. As we all know, there are 6 ratios in the trigonometry. Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, then tan theta. Since sin theta is the ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse side. Cos theta is the ratio of adjacent side and hypotenuse side. Tan theta is the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side. As we all know, sin theta and cosecant theta are reciprocal to each other. Then cos theta and secant theta are reciprocal to each other. Similarly, the remaining two, tan and cot theta are reciprocal to each other. So, cosecant theta is the ratio of hypotenuse side and opposite side. Since secant is the reciprocal of cos, so secant is the ratio of hypotenuse side and adjacent side. Then tan theta is the reciprocal of here we will have cot theta. Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. So cot theta is the ratio of adjacent side by opposite side. Now, relations between trigonometric ratios. We are going to write relations between the ratios. As I already told you, sin theta is the reciprocal of cosecant theta, no. So sin theta can be written as 1 by cosecant theta. Similarly, cosecant theta can be written as 1 by sin theta. Now, cos theta can be written as cos and secant are reciprocal to each other. So cos theta can be written as 1 by secant theta. Similarly, secant theta can be written as 1 by cos theta. Tan theta can be written as 1 by cot theta. Similarly, cot theta can be written as 1 by tan theta. Similarly, we are going to write two more ratios. Tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta. Similarly, cot theta can be written as cos theta divided by sin theta. Now, we are going to learn 3 important identities in the trigonometry. We are having 3 more identities. First one, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is our first identity. From this, we can write 2 more identities. We will write it later. Then, second one, 1 plus tan square theta equal to secant square theta. From this also we can write 2 more identities. We will write it later. Then third one, 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosecant square theta. Now, From this I am going to write two more identities. This is capital. From this I am going to find the value of sine square. So sine square theta equal to 1. Now I am going to bring this plus cos square theta into the right side. So it will become minus cos square. So minus cos square theta. Similarly, I am going to find cos square theta equal to same 1 minus sine square theta. From this I am going to write two more. From this I am going to write tan square theta equal to secant square theta minus 1 equal to secant square theta minus tan square theta. From this cos square theta equal to cosecant square theta minus, similarly 1 equal to cosecant square theta minus cot square theta. Now we are going to learn what is meant by angle. You should learn all these identities and relations between the ratios. Then only you can do all the problems from the trigonometry. Angle. Angle is a measure of rotation of a given ray about its initial point. Now I am going to take the ray OA as the initial side. Now the ray OB can be taken as the terminal side after the rotation. Then this can be taken as angle. This measure can be taken as angle. Here our angle is OAOB. If the direction of rotation is in the anti-clockwise, then the angle is said to be positive. If the direction of rotation is in clockwise, then the angle is said to be negative. Then the measurement of an angle, the angle can be measured by a two-way which are mostly used. First one is degree measure, then the second one is radian measure. Now we are going to learn what is meant by degree and radian. As you all know, the one full rotation of circle is equal to 360 degree now. So the 1 by 360 degree of full rotation is called 1 degree and written as 1 positive, that is 1 degree. Then a degree is divided into minute and minute is divided into seconds. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Now radian measure. So now we are going to take a circle. What's the center? Here OA and OB are radius, so it can be referred as R. Now I am going to take the length of this R as also R. Now the angle subtended by this R AB at the center of the R Center of the circle is said to be a radian measure. Then it will be denoted by like this. Now, relation between degrees and radians. As we all know, the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. Unit 1, then the circumference will be 2 pi. So, one full rotation is equal to 2 pi radian. So, 2 pi radians equal to one full complete rotation, so 360 degree. Then from this we can write pi radians. So pi radians equal to 180 degree. 1 radian equal to 180 degree by pi. Now, we are going to learn what is meant by quadrants. We are having 4 quadrants. Now we are going to learn what is meant by that. Let x o x dash, y o y dash be 2 lines at right angle each other. We call x o x dash as x axis, y o y dash as y axis. Clearly, these 2 axes divided the entire plan into 4 quadrants. X o y as the first quadrant, y o x dash as the second quadrant, x dash o y dash as the third quadrant, y dash o x as the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, x and y are positive. So all the ratios are positive in the first quadrant. All the ratios are positive in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. So sine and cosecant are positive in the second quadrant. Remaining 4s are negative in the second quadrant. Look at the third. In the third quadrant, x and y are negative. So, tan theta and cot theta are positive in the third quadrant. Remaining all are negative. Look at the fourth quadrant. Here our x is positive, y is negative. So, cos theta and secant theta are positive. Remaining 4 are negative in the fourth quadrant. The angles between 0 degree to 90 degree lies in the first quadrant. The angles between 90 degree to 180 degree lies in the second quadrant. The angles between 180 degree to 270 degree lies in the third quadrant. Similarly, the angles between 270 degree to 360 degree lies in the fourth quadrant. Similarly, 0 degree to minus 90 degree, 0 degree to minus 90 degree lies in the fourth quadrant. The angle between minus 90 degree to minus 180 degree lies in the third quadrant. Then minus 180, the angle between minus 180 degree and minus 270 degree lies in the second quadrant. The angle between minus 270 degree to minus 360 degree lies in the first quadrant. Then even function and odd function. A function f of x is said to be even function if f of minus x equal to f of x. So cos theta and secant theta are even function. Let us move on to the next one, odd function. The function f of x is said to be odd function if f of minus x equal to minus f of x. So sin theta, cosecant theta, cot theta and tan theta are odd function. Now, trigonometric ratios of allied angles. Two angles are said to be allied angles when their sum or difference is either 0 or multiple of 90 degree. When sum or difference of two angles is either 0 or multiples of 90 degree, then the two angles will be called as allied angles. Now, the angles minus theta, 90 degree plus or minus theta, 180 degree plus or minus theta, then 360 degree plus or minus theta are all the angles allied to the angle theta. These are angles allied to the angle theta. Look at the book, page number 79. There is one table. Learn it properly. By understanding the table, you can find the trigonometric values of any angle. Now, we are going to do problems from the exercise 4.1. Listen to the problems carefully. Exercise 4.1, first one. Convert the following degree measure into radian measure. So we are going to convert degree measure into radian measure. For that we should know the relation between the degree and radian. So 1 degree equal to pi by 180 radian. If you want to convert degree into radian, just you should multiply the given number with pi by 180. Here we are having 4 sums. First and second I will do. Third and fourth you can do it as a homework. Also first one. 60 degree. 60 degree equal to. Now I am going to convert the 60 degree into radians. So you should multiply this number with pi by 180. So 60 degree equal to 60 into pi by 180 radian. This is equal to 1010. Will get cancelled. Pi by 3 radians. Then second one, 150 degree. Equals to 150 into pi by 180 radians. Zero will cancel. So 5 pi by 6. So 150 degree is equal to Third and fourth you can do it as homework. Now, second one, look at the second one. Find the degree measure corresponding to the following radians. In the second one, we are going to convert the degree into radian. For that, we should know the relation between the radian and degree. So, 1 radian equal to 180 degree by pi. 1 radian equal to 180 degree divided by pi. If you want to convert the degree into radian, just we should multiply the given with 180 degree divided by pi. The first one, now we are going to rewrite this radian into degree. For that, we should multiply the given radian with 180 degree divided by pi. So 5 by 8 into 180 degree divided by pi. 5 will get cancelled. This is equal to here we got 22.5 degree. So now I'm going to rewrite this. Here we are having 22.5 degree. So we can take 22 degree. Then I'm going to convert this 0.5 degree into minute. Degree can be divided into minute now. So 0.5 degree equal to 0.5 into 60 minute. If you want to convert degree into minute, just you should multiply the given or resultant number with 60 minute. So this is 30 minute. So here our final answer 22 degree 30 minute. The second one, 9 pi by 5. Second and third you will do it as a homework. I'll do the fourth one. Pi by 18 radians equal to, now I am going to convert this number into degree. So 11 pi by 18 into 180 degree divided by pi. 5 pi will get cancelled. 1 time 10 times. So this is equal to 110 degree. Now look at the third one. Already told you the angles between 0 degree and 90 degree. The angles between 0 degree to 90 degree. The angles between 0 degree and 90 degree lies in the first quadrant. 90 degree. The angles between 90 degree to 180 degree lies in the second quadrant. The angles between 180 degree to 270 degree lies in the third quadrant. Similarly, the angles between 270 degree to 360 degree lies in the fourth quadrant. Based on this, we are going to do the third one. See, look at the third one. Determine the quadrants in which the following degree lie. We are going to find in which quadrant the given angle lies. First one, 360 degree, 380 degree. See, 380 degree can be written as 360 degree plus 20 degree. 380 degree can be written as 380 degree can be written as 360 degree plus 20 degree. Here we are having one complete rotation, so we will omit it. So what's our remaining? 20 degree. So 20 degree lies in the first quadrant. So the given angle lies in the first quadrant. Similarly, second one, minus 140 degree. Already told you 0 degree to minus 90 degree lies in the fourth quadrant. Minus 90 to minus 180 lies in the third quadrant. The angles between minus 180 to minus 270 degree lies in the second quadrant. The final one, minus the angles between the minus 270 degree to minus 360 degree lies in the first quadrant. Here we are having minus 140 degree. So this angle lies in the third quadrant. Then this angle lies in the first quadrant. Minus 140 degree lies in the third quadrant. Then our third one, 195 degree. Here we are having 3 complete rotations. So we will omit the complete rotation. So the multiple of 360 can be dropped out. So here we will have 360 degree. So we will omit it. So the remaining 90 degree plus 25. That is, this degree can be written as 3 into 360 degree plus 90 degree plus 25 degree. See, this is in the way we omitted this complete rotation. So what is the remaining? 90 degree plus 25 degree. We can take the 25 degree as theta. So 90 degree plus theta. That is 115 degree. So 115 degree lies in the second quadrant. Then look at the fourth one. Fourth one, find the values of each of the following trigonometric ratios. Now we are going to find the values of the given ratios. Before that, we should know two properties. Cos of minus theta equal to cos theta. Similarly, secant of minus theta equal to secant theta. The remaining will be negative. Suppose if I take sin of minus theta equal to minus sin theta. Cos of minus theta, cosecant of minus theta equal to minus cosecant theta. Similarly, we can write for the remaining. You should know all the things. Then only you can do the problems. First one, sin 300 degree. Now we are going to find value of this sin 300 degree. For this, we can't write values from the table directly. There is no table now. We should know the trigonometric value tables. Ratio, degree, 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, then 90 degree. Sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. If you want to do all the sums in the trigonometry, you should learn this table. That will be root 3 divided by 2 1 root 3 divided by 2 1 by root 2 1 by 2 0. If you divide these two, you will get the value of tau. 0 1 by root 3 1 root 3 not defined. Then if you know this, you can definitely into the all. First one, sin 300. See, for this we can find values from the table directly. So we are going to rewrite. So sin 300 degree can be written as 360 degree minus 60 degree. If you subtract this, you will get 300. Now, see, if the first degree in the bracket, is either 180 or 360, there will be no change in the trigonometric ratio. If the first degree in the bracket, is either 90 or 270, there will be change in the trigonometric ratio. Okay, so here we are having 360. So we are having 360, so there will be no change in ratio. So sin, here we are having 60 degree. So sin 60 degree. We will check the quadrant. Here we are having 300 now. 300 lies in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, in the first quadrant, all the ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cosecant. In the third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. In the fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive. Here we are having 300 degrees. So 300 degree lies in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, we are having tan and cot are positive. Remaining are negative. Here we are having sine. So sine is negative. So this is equal to minus sin 60 degree. Here our 60 degree is root 3 divided by 2. So our record value is minus root 3 divided by 2. Then second one, here we are going to use one result, cos of minus theta equal to cos theta now. By that result, we can write cos of minus 210 degree as cos 210 degree. Look at this. Here we are having 210 degree, 210 degree. For this, we can write the value directly from the table. So I am going to rewrite. So cos 210 degree can be written as 180 plus 30 degree now. 180 plus 30. See, here we are having, for the first angle in the bracket, here we are having 180 degree. So there will be no change in the ratio. So cos 30 degree. We should check the quadrant. Here we are having 210 degree now. So 210 degree lies in the second quadrant. 210 degree lies in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant, turn and path are positive, remaining are negative. So here we are having cos. So minus. So this is minus cos 30 minus root 3 divided 2 is the required value. Then third one, secant 390 degree. Secant, thus 390 degree can be written as 360 degree plus 30 degree. The multiple of 360 degree can be dropped out. So here we will omit 360. So secant 30 degree. See, here we are having secant 30 degree. Secant 30 degree is the reciprocal of cos 30 degree. What's the cos 30 degree? Root 3 divided 2. The reciprocal of root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3 is the required value. Then fourth one, now look at the fourth one. Here we will use the result. Cot of minus theta equal to minus cot theta as well as cot tan of minus theta equal to minus tan theta. So similarly this can be written as minus tan 855 degree. Now minus tan this degree 855 degree can be written as 2 into 360 degree plus 135 degree. Now this is minus tan, multiples of 360 can be dropped out now, so we will omit it. Then what is the remaining? 135 degree. So this is equal to minus tan of this 135 degree can be written as 180 minus 45. This is equal to, here we are having 180, so there will be no change in the ratio. So minus tan, here we are having 45 degree. See, here we are having 135 degree now. 135 degree lies in the second quadrant. See, 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 270, 270 to 360. Here we are having 135 degree. 135 degree lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive, but here we are having term, so the negative. Already we are having one negative, so minus and minus plus, so tan 45 degree. So tan 45 degree. 1 is the required value. Similarly, you can do the fifth one as a home. Then look at the fifth sum.